Hey y'all. So if we learned anything from our 3-minute declutter challenge is that 3 minutes can easily stretch into 7. In simple terms, some items are easy to part with, while others might take a minute or even 10 minutes longer to decide on. Sure, that old magazine, toss it. Well, not the slam with Allen Iverson and his afro on the cover. We want to keep that one. But that outdated phone with the cracked screen, no problem. Well, unless it is the sidekick with receipts from 2012, we got to keep them 2012 receipts, right? But what about the things that truly feel too important to let go? The ones tied to deep emotions, memories, and even nostalgia. See, I was eager to start sorting and organizing today, but the spirit said, not too fast, sister. We got to break some holes. So that's what we are doing. We are breaking the hole. We are slicing that thick anaconda-sized weed and untangling ourselves from the past. Today, we are moving forward. So, welcome to Rose, Rocks, Weeds, and Soil, the podcast that guides us through life's bumps, detours, and opportunities with faith and wisdom. We dive into the obstacles that keep us stuck and discover how to clear the way for a better, more balanced life. I'm your host, Natasha, and today we are focusing on leaving the past while honoring the memory. Why certain items feel impossible to let go, how we can break that emotional hole, and what unfolds when we finally create space for what's next. Listen, and today's challenge, oh, no, it's way deeper than last time. And we're not just grabbing any old 5 items to remove. See, we are going to focus on one sentimental item. Yep, you already know what it is. That one, the one you've been holding on to, even though it no longer serves you. All right, I got a scripture for you. Now, we are all going to know Isaiah 43:18-19 by heart, messing around with this RRWS podcast, okay? What does it say? Forget the former thing. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a what? A new thing. Let's discuss, y'all. We got to discuss our desires to cherish things as keepsakes instead of cherishing the words that God speaks directly over us. It's the road. I mean, we get on this road, we recognize the emotional grip of sentimental items. We see the seeds, but we can't pick them up, right? Why do sentimental items hold so much power over us? It's not just about the object itself. See, it's about what it represents. And some of the more common reasons that we hold on to sentimental clutter, yeah, because it's clutter. We're still talking about clutter, y'all. Clutter. We talking about clutter. Yes, they bring back cherished memories. That's one reason. But God's word tells us, it assures us that love and legacy live beyond physical objects. All right. Another reason, they provide a sense of comfort. But we all know God is our refuge, our fortress. He is our true security. It all stems from God's presence and his promises for our future. And then another one, they serve as these reminders of the seasons, y'all, that we've experienced or in some cases survived. Okay. But our strength and confidence comes from God, not from trophies, not from symbols of accomplishment, not even from the love that we once conquered. But here's the real question. Are you hanging on to the item or is the item hanging on to you? Because sometimes what we think of as a buttress or a support system or some type of reinforcement is actually pressing us down or holding us back, right? Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Man, let me tell you, speaking of right hand, I was supposed to ask for your stories from you all for this particular segment that I wanted to do. But life was life. But don't worry, because God is always God. And so we're going to break it down like this. We got Elaine here. Elaine has this old hoodie, y'all, from high school. Not from her own high school, but from the first one where she taught high school. She hasn't worn it in a decade, but it remains tucked away at the very bottom of her sweatshirt drawer. And it isn't just any old hoodie. It symbolizes her dedication to her students, the evening tutoring sessions, and the sense of family that she offered as a loving teacher. More than that, It reminds her of the closest experience she's ever had to parenting these badass teenagers, but they kept her laughing, balanced, youthful, forgiving, full of enthusiasm, and full of grace even, right? Gotta have the grace with these kids. Every time she considers donating this hoodie, something holds her back. What if I never get to be that version of myself again? You know, the fun teacher at the pep rallies, dancing, singing. What if I never find that feeling of being so nurturing, helping these kids get to where they need to be and believe in themselves again? Then last week, while reading what? Isaiah 43:18-19, again, she realized something powerful. See, God is not calling her to hold on to past symbols of nurture. He is calling her to recognize the ability to nurture that He has placed within her. The dedication, the friendships, the lessons, they aren't stored in the fabric. They are woven into her spirit, her life. But she got to get past these rocks, man. The rocks, the myths that we tell ourselves, the lies that we tell ourselves about sentimental items. Like, here's one. Let me give y'all a visual. Letting this go means losing happiness, hope, and comfort that it brings. The truth, the goodness, hope, and joy this item once represented, they're not in this oversized bear's belly. They are woven into your mind by God. Releasing this object doesn't erase the memory. It frees us to carry the meaning forward in faith without carrying the bear from house to house. Okay? Oh, I need this to remember the lesson I learned, baby. If you know, you know. The lesson was not in these shoes, but it was in the transformation that they spark. Okay? They spark a transformation within us, and we don't need to hold on to the symbol when we already have the wisdom guiding our steps. Honor the past by living the lesson daily, not by keeping a reminder of it on the shelf. Oh, and this one is the best one. Y'all gonna fall out with this one, because this is the best gift that I ever received. Listen, y'all, every good and perfect gift comes from God. Christ Himself is the greatest gift we will ever receive. Releasing an earthly gift doesn't diminish its value, especially at a credible pawn shop, okay? But it opens up our hearts to receive even more incredible blessings from Him, okay? Ecclesiastes 3:6 says, there's a time to search and there's a time to give up, okay? There's a time to keep and a time to throw away. I know, I got to take a deep breath on that one, okay? Take this deep breath, y'all. Picture the item. Ask yourself, what emotion comes up when you think about letting it go? Nostalgia, comfort, a little bit of hesitation? That's okay. Let's work through this together. We're going to slice these weeds, slice and dice them, because we're going to face the emotional hole of release. Because again, that real challenge, it isn't about the object itself. It's about what happens after we let go. Because the root of these emotions, behind the sentimental attachment, it's always something a little bit deeper, right? The fear of losing the identity. This represents who I am, what I can be. And I don't want to forget that part of me. Could be longing for the connection, like this is your last link to a moment, a person, or a season. And maybe it just meant so much to you. But it could also be about that uncertainty about the future. Like, when I let this go, I have nothing to hold on to. Baby, 2 Corinthians 9:8, and God is able to bless you abundantly, so that all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. Baby, God got you. God got you covered. God does not ask us to release something just to leave us with empty hands, okay? He asks us to release so we can receive. We can honor the past, not by clinging on to things, but by carrying forth the lessons, the love, the strength God has given us. Our history isn't held in the object. It's held in God's hands. So that brings us to the soil. The 3-minute sentimental release challenge. We're going to do it in 3 minutes, probably less. I'm telling you, I'm going to wait on you. I'm done. All right. Something you might not have known. I am Elaine. Okay. Yes. Elaine is my middle name and I connect with it on a deeper level than most people realize. But right now I am holding my sweatshirt. Yes. The same one from Elaine's story. And today I'm going to let it go, just like I'm asking you to. True story. It's been sitting in my drawer, a reminder of the person I was, the students I love and still love, and a time that shaped me. But as much as I treasure those memories, I know they will not fade when I throw this away. I'm still going to remember Allure. I'm still going to remember Natasha. I'm still going to remember Cayman and Samiri. Listen, y'all know who y'all are, but y'all are in my brain forever through God's will. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to take a step right now. Choose one item that you hold deep, okay? Deep sentimental weight it holds for you. And I want you to just go and get it. Take a moment. I got mine. So go and get yours. I'm going to give a minute. Okay, not really. You got it. Pause. Now I want you to ask, is this item really uplifting you or is it weighing you down? Is it like bringing the burdens back up from the past or is it helping you release a little bit? If you see yourself holding on to this object in any version of the future, more than you hold on to God, you need to trash it immediately. Point blank, period, with a T on it, underline it, italicized and in all caps, okay? Get rid of it. If this item honors God and reflects who He has called you to be today, keep it as a testimony to glorify Him. But if it glorifies a past version of you, one shaped by relationships, achievements, or seasons where God was not really at the center, release it with gratitude, knowing that He has brought you into something greater. Remember, your testimony isn't in what you held on to, it's in how He carried you forward. Listen, I'm holding this thing. I am holding this sweatshirt right here and right now because I'm about to let go of my little Miami Jackson General hoodie. Okay. I am thanking God for its meaning, but I am releasing it into His hands. I challenge you to do the same. Let's embark on this together. When you're ready, because I know I said 3 minutes, then it went down to one. And whether it's today, tomorrow, or the next week, you know what I want you to do? I want you to tag RRWS Podcast and share your release with RRWS Decluttered Challenge hashtag. All right. Luke 12:33. You ready? Sell your possessions and give them to the poor. Provide purses for yourselves that will not wear out. A treasure in heaven that will never fail, where no thief comes near and no moth can destroy. This only reinforces the idea that what we release here on earth is nothing compared to the eternal treasure God is preparing for us. Man, so you got to remember, I want you to do what? Tag RRWS Podcast and share what sentimental item you release using the RRWS Decluttered Challenge hashtag. Listen, mine is gone. Love you, generals. And it is time to go and get more stuff done, okay? But not before we release the word of the week. And yes, I gave it away. Did I just give it away? You know what the word of the week is. This word of the week is release. Get that one thing that keeps you physically, emotionally, or spiritually tripping. Get those high heels clicking or those sneakers creeping out the door and release it ASAP. I think I gave y'all another hint because you already know. You know the song of the week comes from that girl, man, one of DMV's finest. And she is not even a true DMV native, but we have certainly adopted her. And when I say we, I say it as a proud product of PG County myself, okay? I am talking about none other than the iconic, I don't care what they say, iconic A. Marie. Are we talking about nostalgia? Baby, it's that one thing. Your soul made me feel it. Whose soul? Okay, we're not going there, but you know what it was. And we are not even going to let the remix with Billy's finest EVE drop, okay? Man, this song is a whole memory in itself. But it is also a testament to how hard it is to release what we know we don't need on so many levels, all right? Ladies, put on your gold heels. If you can still walk in them now, your short shorts. And ain't nobody going to watch you in your short shorts for God. And God done already seen it all. So But I want you to put it on, girl, because we are going to rejoice as we let that wig hang all the way low. You remember that video because you are about to dance that one thing out of your life forever, and watch how God is going to have you in that same space, dancing and praising Him for the greater good to come. Yo, and guys, don't think that y'all can have y'all be back there drumming the whole time, and you drum your stuff right on up out the door to release. Okay, we're gonna pray, read, wait, and listen because we are gonna pray. We're gonna ask God to walk alongside us through the release, not just in the moment, but during the mourning process that may follow, because it might hit now or unexpectedly later, through those various triggers. But trust that He is present every step of the way, offering comfort, strength, and assurance that what He has waiting for you is way greater than what you left behind. We left behind, right? We're going to read. We're going to immerse ourselves in the scriptures that I presented. We're going to do a little bit more research, find some more. We're going to allow them to guide our hearts and release what no longer serves us. We're going to reflect on God's promises, how He calls us forward, provides what we truly need, and assures us that what He has prepared is greater than anything we might try to hold on to. We're going to let His word replace any lingering doubt with confidence, Godfidence, right? In His divine plan. We're also going to listen now. We always got to pay attention to what God is revealing about the space He wishes to fill. What is He whispering to your spirit? What opportunities, relationships, or healing might be awaiting you once you let it go? Be open to His guidance and what lies ahead, because it's going to be far greater than what you're holding on to. I promise you that. I can promise you that, okay? Oh, this is the hardest part. Y'all know we got to do what? We got to wait, okay? We got to trust that God isn't just making space. He's preparing something intentional, purposeful, and aligned with who He's calling us to be. So waiting is not passive. It's an act of faith. We are standing firm in expectation, okay? Knowing that what lies ahead, once again, we will not only just have it replaced, but once we release it, God is going to exceed it in ways that we have never imagined. Girl, 2 Corinthians 4:8. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, baby, but what is unseen, eternal, okay? While keepsakes and sentimental items may hold some deep personal significance, our true security, identity, and lasting treasure comes from our relationship with God. We honor the memories, but we are not confined by these objects. Our faith anchors us beyond the physical. So you already know, if this episode speaks to you, let me know. Take on the challenge. Tag RRWS Podcast and share that one thing that you are releasing this week. I can't wait to hear about your breakthroughs. Remember, your testimony isn't in what you let go. It's in how God moves once your hands are free. Until next time, I love you and I mean it. Y'all, I used to say that to the kids all the time. I love y'all and I mean it. See me next time on Rolls, Rocks, Weeds, and Soil. I promise you, I will look for y'all in the comments. But bye for now, y'all. Enjoy.